lovelies, this is Sheree from Divine Visions. I'm bringing you your Twin Flame Soulmate reading for May. And I have been struggling with my energy levels, which I think some of you know. I did put up a bit of a quirky post the other day about it. So it's just been a real struggle for me. I've been feeling really run down and I had a bit of a tummy bug and just trying to get through each day. It's annoying to have to keep talking about it, but I'm just trying to keep it real, guys. This is my life at the moment. This is what I'm going through. And yeah, but anyway, what I'm doing is bringing the Twin Flame Soulmate reading. I want to use the Psychic Tarot for the Heart cards for the feminine aspect of the reading today. Okay, and I'm going to be using, this is from John Holland, I'm going to be using the Divine Tarot that I created for the masculine aspects of this reading today as well. All right, so we're going to see what's basically going on for each party for this month. When I say the masculine, feminine, it's not necessarily a female, male, gender-specific type of thing here. It's basically what you identify more. You know, we all have a masculine, feminine traits within us. What do you identify yourself more as, you know? So just kind of go with it, with that, and take the messages that resonate. I'm going to start with the feminine this time. All right, we're going to see what's going on with the feminine right now, currently in her life for May. What's happening with the feminines right now, please? This could be a twin flame or a soulmate that you have. It could be a karmic if that's something you're looking at as well. All right, let's have a look. Feminine energy for May. Where is the feminine energy at right now for May, please? Rest and reconsider. Okay, so I'm just going to put that there for a moment. Got one more card I want to choose. We've got Open Up reversed. I am doing reversals today. It's the Four of Pentacles, Open Up. So that's interesting being reversed. Now, I just want to also see one of these cards here that I've got, which is my own Divine Love Oracle that I've created. Okay, let's have a look here. Right, I'm just going to choose one of these Divine Love Oracles. I've just put them over here. Oh, what do we got? We've got Patience. Okay, this is very interesting. So the Divine Feminines are currently in a place where they are needing to rest. They are on a journey where they've been trying to push themselves, but I feel like it's really in their physical life right now, could be career-wise. Sorry, I had to go and get my cat. He was getting into the cat dry food. But anyway, what this is about is the feminine energy is really at a place where she's needing to pause, okay? It's time for rest and recovery, because I feel like some Divine Feminines have been really feeling that they want something. They're at the end of something. They're at the end of a cycle where they're about to have closure, I feel. I really do feel it's about closure for some Divine Feminines. It could be that they're walking away from a cycle or a situation, like a chapter in their life. Or it could be that they're walking away from a relationship. Okay, that's something I've got there as well. It definitely could be anything in their life. It is in the physical material world here, the material realm. Usually this means that someone's holding closely to something really tightly, so that they are, you know, they might be afraid to let go of something. But I really do feel that the Divine Feminines have sacrificed a lot on their journey, and that they just need to gain their energy right now, regain their energy right now before they jump into the next part of the journey. And it's just going to require some patience here, okay? That's where they're currently at right now. So some of them are literally sleeping long hours. They might feel really drained of energy. I know I've been feeling really drained of energy lately. I've been sleeping a lot. That could be because of my chronic fatigue as well, but, you know, it has been really hitting me hard over the last week especially. And so there's a patience required here for a lot of Divine Feminines regarding this next chapter, and wanting to just really be free and embrace. Like, I see them with their arms wide open now, wanting to embrace this new chapter, wanting to embrace this new path. And, you know, with this energy, I do feel that there is some kind of a disappointment, a feeling of disappointment that something didn't come about as it should have. So there might be a reviewing things here as well in this kind of space. But it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. Like, I do feel some divine feminines are going to be feeling that, oh my God, I thought this was my dream, or this was the path I was meant to be on, and it was meant to be this way. And I've been pushing so hard for this. I've invested so much time and energy into this. And now what? They're just going to take a break, be patient, and just allow themselves to open up to the experience, okay, of what they're feeling. Rather than jumping to conclusions or impulsively pushing forward for something that's not yet ready to be finalised, okay? So they just need some time to just catch a breath. That's basically what's going on there. So let's see what the Divine Feminines, how are they seeing the Divine Masculine right now? So joy and stability reversed. And we've got darkest fears reversed, and we've got control reversed. Okay, so joy and stability, this is the Four of Wands, okay? It usually represents somebody who's in a very stable path, like a strong structured life or foundation. It's about foundations in their life, having the happiness and support in the joy in their life. Because there's the darkest fears, and it's reversed, it represents anxiety, worries, things like that, and headaches. It could be too much thinking in the mind, just worries and stress. I feel like this Divine Feminines are viewing the Divine Masculine as, I'm just having a look at what this is about too, control, the Strength card. Yeah, I really feel that some Divine Masculines are really struggling to attain this solid structure in their life. They're really trying hard, but they might be feeling like they're hitting their head against a brick wall, and that's how she's seeing the Divine Masculine. So I feel like he is trying to reach these goals. He's trying to, I don't know why I'm seeing like, bridging the gap. It's almost like building a bridge, bridging the gap between perhaps even them. Maybe he's trying to mend something and he doesn't know how to. So that's an interesting aspect of it I've seen just there with the vision I just had, is that some Divine Masculines are trying to mend the rift between the Divine Feminine and themselves, and they just are at a loss as to how to really do it. They've got the intention to do it, they've got the energy and the spark to do it, but they just don't know they don't have the hows. And also self-control, being reversed. It shows me that with the Strength card, they're not feeling courageous, they're not feeling strong enough to do something, to take action towards something either. Some of them are not feeling in their mental state that they're very stable, because that's what this is about. The foundations is that strong structure and that happiness and celebration. Some of them are not feeling that way. They might be faking it till they make it. Like, he might be making out that his life is a certain way, but the Divine Feminines can definitely see through that it's not exactly that way at all. Now, I just want to get a card here. What's this I want to grab? Oh, I've got another one. Not this time. It's not the right timing for the Divine Masculine to perhaps even bring about what it is that he's trying to at the moment. He still needs to be sorting out some things within himself, I feel, and building his courage. And I just get the words that he needs to be real with himself. There's some of them living in a delusional kind of fantasy land at the moment. They're not getting something. They're not getting the bigger picture. And so she's seeing that with the Divine Masculines, and some of them are lacking self-esteem in what they can and can't achieve here. Now, let's see what challenges the Divine Feminine faces this month. Refusing to see reversed. Going with the flow. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. And we've got Seek the Truth reversed. Okay, this is probably a good thing. I'll just have a look here. We've got a lot of swords in these cards, I've noticed. So we've got refusing to see reversed. This is somebody who has to make a decision. Sometimes it's like toing and froing back and forth and not being able to really see something as clearly or for what it is. I feel like being reversed, though, the Divine Feminines are going to let go of something. I feel like they're going to cut the ties to something. As we saw before, they're taking that rest, their respite, that rest period, taking time to review a situation, taking patience with it, and being able to really learn to open up, perhaps in a different way to towards a different avenue, different pathway perhaps. But I do see that this is saying that there is a cutting off to something and letting go of something and making a decision finally. And then they're going to go with the flow, see, because the wheel is turning right now and they're learning some truths, okay, because the Seven of Swords is something that is hidden to them. It can be deception. It can be betrayal. It's what's hidden behind the curtains, behind the veil. And I see that with the Divine Feminines, they're starting to really see something in this space, right, in this time where they're reflecting and they're going within. It's almost like the universe has made them and forced them to stop right now. Stop what you're doing and reflect and review. And while they're doing that, they're making a decision, okay? They've made a decision. What they thought was the right decision may still be the right decision, but there's something that they need to still look at regarding the finalizing of a chapter and of a cycle. So they are definitely letting go of something, I feel. Could be a person, could be the masculine. But there's something they're definitely going to make a decision with, and for some reason I get that letting go feeling. So yeah, that's what I get with this. And also they're going to find a truth. The light is illuminating the truth for them. So I feel that, as I said before, in that time of reflection, they're going to have the truth revealed to them and they're going to know exactly what they need to do. Now, let's have a look at this one. So within 8 weeks, we're getting a time frame, guys. So yes, this is for May. This is the energies around May. This is what they're doing. But within the 8 weeks, 2 months' time, this decision will be made for the Divine Feminines, okay? For a lot of Divine Feminines are going to make that decision and move forward. So where are they moving forward to? Oh, wow. Beautiful. Positivity, breaking free. This is confidence. This is sunshine. And finding balance, okay? So once again, this is about prioritizing. Sometimes people are juggling a lot in life, but I feel like for the Divine Feminines, they're not giving a care in the world as to what's going on. If it's not organized in their life, they're going to be really in a place of being carefree. They're not going to worry. So they're moving forward to, wow, look, they're moving forward. This is the Cancer energy, the Chariot. This is the Leo. I don't know if I had other things now. I can't remember. But this is the movement forward, see? This is moving forward without a care in the world, feeling confident in moving forward because you know why? Once they've made the decision, they're moving forward with confidence. They're shining their light. They're embracing themselves again. I feel like this particular Divine Feminine has been on a journey, and it's been a journey of pain and trials and tribulations and you name it. It's been full on. And once this Divine Feminine makes the choice to move forward, she's going to really shine. She's breaking free from something, I feel, and it's not holding her back anymore. See, within 1 year, she's going to be fully moving forward into a whole new chapter for herself. So, yes, I feel like 12 months, this whole transformation is going to take place for the Divine Feminines. So they're going to make a decision perhaps in the next 2 weeks, but within the next 12 months, there's going to be this amazing transformation for them, and they're just going to keep on the up and up. And that looks amazing. So what are they surrendering? What are the Divine Feminines surrendering, or what do they need to? I should say, what do they need to? Well, that came out. Surrender to non-action. Okay, now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. And that's what we just saw before about where they're at right now. So that's amazing. They really have to be in that receptive kind of energy right now. So let's have a look at something else here. So let's have a look at what action is she going to take towards the Divine Masculine this month. Healing. There's the Star. There's the Aquarius energy. Oh, look at this coming together. How beautiful. I really feel, I just want to grab one more. Oh my God. Temperance, a twin flame card. Beautiful. Can we see the masculine here? And we've got the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. Wowza. Wow, these are just so beautiful because the Two of Cups here, right, which would normally represent, is all about the emotional balance. It's about intimacy. It's coming together. It's the union. It's soulmates. It's that beautiful energy coming together. And there's the healing taking place here, okay? Now, the Star usually represents also it could represent a wish coming true. And it's really about, see how he's breaking free from those chains? We were seeing that the Divine Feminine's breaking free. So this is amazing. This is really amazing. So it looks to me like some divine feminines are going to really take their own power back, and they are breaking free from a relationship, whether it be a karmic, soulmate, or twin flame, current, past energy from an ex, whatever. They're breaking free from it. They're breaking free. When I see this card too, though, it does look like the majority of divine feminines are breaking free from something that's holding them back, whether it be fear, could be fear, it could be past pain, whatever it is, could be a relationship because they need to be with the person they truly love. You know, it could be anything along those lines. We've got the Temperance card here, tempering of energies going on within her. She's healing her heart. She's gaining courage and strength and moving forward into this divine love. So there is definitely this peace. There's this flow of energy going on. We did see the flow of energy, where is it, happening for her regarding the Wheel of Fortune. She's definitely going with the flow and moving forward. So that is just damn beautiful. And so this is what's going on with her actions towards the divine masculine, is I feel like they are, a lot of them, needing to get over a funk that they're in. You know, they're in a funk. And they need to finalize a chapter before they can fully heal and give this the energy and time that the masculine probably deserves as well. So that's just one aspect of looking at it here, okay? Some divine feminines have decided to move away from a situation that no longer serves them, that might have been toxic, and they're wanting to raise their standards now, and they're looking at boundaries, and they're looking at the qualities that they want in a future partner. That's something coming up as well. Okay. Yeah, that's how she was viewing him. Sorry, just got confused for a minute. Okay, so let's have a look what the temporary outcome is. We do have kind of seen it anyway, but I want to see, actually no, I want to see what the divine feminine wants to tell the divine masculine right now. What does the feminine want to tell the masculine right now, please? Well, hang on. What does the feminine want to tell the masculine right now, please? Well, see that? They're both sitting on my arm. So these are the two. Okay, so first up we've been meeting in dreams. She's very aware of the dreams that they've been having, or that she's been having of him, or they've been having together, and surrendered to the present feeling. So she wants the divine masculines to know, because she's viewing him in this light, okay? She sees him that he's struggling perhaps to make something come about, like he's still stuck in his head going around and around trying to make something work for himself. And she's saying surrender to the present feeling, okay? Just allow yourself to just go with it, because that's the only way you can get through it, is to go with it rather than resist it. Okay, so let's see the temporary outcome for the divine feminine. Beautiful. Strengthening bonds. She's really on a road to recovery here, and I seek here as well the Hermit card and dreams coming true. So she's still on her way forward. She might have some, she might not be so clear as to how those dreams are going to come true for her. This could be Virgo energy. I did see Sagittarius with the Temperance card before as well. But we've definitely got the dreams coming true. I do feel like there might be some kind of practical side that the divine feminines are not so going into that real magical love fantasy kind of feeling. They're tending to pull back on that now and really look at something really logically and practically. And that's why this is reversed, I feel. So it's not that dreams can't come true, because I do feel they are. But it's just that the divine feminines are kind of really veering away from that fairy tale kind of ending now. You know, this is something that they've grown up with, and it's been, you know, it's in the media, it's everywhere that women see that, you know, the masculine come along, or the feminine see that the masculine's coming along to save the day kind of thing, and this is how relationships need to be, the traditional type of template, but it's not going to fit into that. And I feel like there's a lot of independence with this card, and a lot of divine feminines are starting to really find themselves on their 2 feet now and reflect and review how they really want a partnership and relationship to be, okay? how they want it to be. So let's have a look here at what the Divine Feminine is guided to focus on this month. Oh, how beautiful. Sharing of herself. See, I am an incredibly generous being. I don't know if you can see, that's a bit blurry. But it says, I am an incredibly generous being. It's so beautiful. So it's about that the Divine Feminines, you know, don't have to hold back so much. They do have a lot to offer to others around them. Their creative side, they don't have to hide away. It's just about sharing of themselves. Like they're starting to really go within and find themselves again or rediscover themselves, you know, and I feel like it's a really beautiful journey for them. But, you know, once again, they're finding their strength. They're finding things that no longer serve them in their life. They're letting go of things. They're starting to take a stand now. And I don't feel like it's in an aggressive nature. I don't feel it's in an aggressive way like it might have been prior, out of a way of lashing out at somebody or, you know, being a rebel against the universe kind of thing. I feel like it's more about self-empowerment now. And I feel like enough is enough for a lot of the Divine Feminine. So sharing of herself is going to be something that's really beautiful to do. To really share her true self and not feel ashamed, you know, to be proud of who she is. Okay, and I'm going to do the Divine Masculines, or the masculines. I just call them Divine Masculine and Feminine for each side. So let's have a look at what's going on with the Divine Masculines for this month. For the month of May. Wow. Okay, the month of May is a bit hard on this table. All right, let's have a look. The masculine, Divine Masculines. Where are they currently at this May, please? Wow, the Empress. They're either very much in their Divine Feminine energy or they're thinking of the Divine Feminine. Let's have a look. Ooh, Page of Earth reversed. Okay, it's a very young energy too, this one. So I just want to see what's going on here because this is all about growth, abundance, very earthy energies here. And it's very interesting because I'm getting a Taurus energy very strongly here as well. So whether that be a Taurus Divine Feminine or a Taurus Divine Masculine, it could be very significant for some of you here. Only because the Empress is ruled by Venus, which rules Taurus and Libra, and the Earth energy is the Taurus. So I'm just assuming that this would be a Taurus, just what I'm tuning into, okay, guys? But it doesn't have to be. What I definitely see here is that the Divine Masculine has all these ambitions. He's in a place of feeling lucky. He's in a place of feeling good and bountiful, but it's still a start, okay? He knows he's got a journey to still go on, okay? This is the journey card. This is what I call the journey card. It's someone who's about to start fresh on a path. And it could be very much in the material world, being the earthy kind of energy here. So it could be a new career. It could be a new job. It could something be around the home, family, that kind of thing. But it's all about personal goals. Could be about their own body image, you know, that kind of thing as well. Could be their health that they're looking at right now as well. What I want to see with this, I'm just going to shuffle on the Divine Love Oracle. Let's have a look. I just want to get some clarifiers as well for this, for the Divine Masculines. Wow. Okay. That one came flying out, so we'll use it. It says, not this time. Now, this is so interesting because the Divine Feminine was viewing him where he had all these, this energy and ideas to put forward, but he just didn't have the timing for it and didn't know because he was all in his headspace, right? So this is so interesting that, yes, there are things that he wants to achieve and grow, and maybe he's grown so far in his life in a particular area. But there's a door closed to a certain path for him right now. So he's got no choice but to sort of just sit and wait at the moment. What is he doing with this? Let's have a look. Oh, my God. This is the foundation card that came up for him before. So the Four of Fire, okay, happy relationships. This is his focus right now. It's definitely something he's trying to attain, and it's based on a past issue, okay? It's based on past foundations. I believe it's based on past relationships, whether it be love relationships or a childhood. Something has felt unstable for him in the past, I feel. Just going by what I'm seeing here with this, not this time, it feels to me too that some of them might really feel that they've got to leave a certain chapter behind, and they're finding that a real difficulty. Some of them might find it really difficult that they know in their heart, in their mind, everything, they just know it in their spirit that they need to leave something behind and start a new chapter. But it's very hard for some of them. They can't get their head around it. They just can't seem to let go of something. So that's what I'm getting strongly there. Judgment is all about the past, and it's about our past actions and choices, and it's a karmic kind of cause. What am I saying? The karmic law of cause and effect. So what has they done in the past to bring them to where they are today? And they're finding that they're hitting the brick wall, the door's shut to them, and they're trying to find a way to get around it, but they've got no choice but to face it eventually, what's happened in the past, what they need to heal through, and what they need to let go of, and what they need to learn, through that as well. So that's where they're at right now currently, I feel. Look at this. Oh, my God. Autumn, release. Now, in Australia, we are in autumn, fall. We are right now in this. And it's all about releasing. So for those of you who are going through the season of fall or autumn, this is something that's very significant for you guys right now. The masculines are releasing. This can be for anyone anyway, but this is definitely a releasing period. So it could represent that those who go into the season of fall later on in the year, this might be when this actually happens for the divine masculine also. But I definitely see a releasing period, and some of them are digging their heels in. They really are. Like they just seem to see it all as this wonderful, bountiful, lucky life. They're manifesting their dreams, and they've got to be careful they're not stuck in that delusional fantasy land. They've got to really grow up and mature a bit and face the past lessons. That's what they've got to do to be able to move on and grow. Now, I might forget the questions that I've asked the Divine Feminines as well, but I'm just going to go with the flow of what I feel here. Okay, so what is the Divine Masculine? How does he see the Divine Feminine right now? Nine of Earth reversed. Okay. Ace of Air reversed. And we've got Strength. Beautiful. So we've got the Leo energy here as well. But the Nine of Earth is somebody who's very hard working on themselves, okay? They're working hard on themselves. Somebody who's very independent. It's a solo journey. So the Divine Feminine may be single. She might not have anybody in her life right now. That's how he's viewing her. Or he might just see that she's very much on her own. But being reversed, they might see that she's either struggling, because we do have the Strength card here, to work on herself, to do the healing that she needs to do. Because as we saw too, the Divine Feminines are in a place where they are trying to move forward on a journey and finalize a chapter, but they're kind of struggling within themselves at the moment. They need to pause and reflect and go through something within themselves. So he may be seeing that within her right now, that she's trying to gain the courage to do something, to take action with something. But also the Ace of Air represents clarity. And being reversed, he sees that she doesn't have the clarity right now or the strength to be this really strong, independent Divine Feminine who's about to reach that other cycle. The 10 is the end of the cycle, see? So she's at the 9 of Earth. And he's saying that perhaps that she hasn't yet gotten there because she's lacking in these things right now. She might be lacking in insight or clarity or strength to get herself very strong on her path independently. Oh, yeah, wow. Okay. This is around a dream home. So this is around security for the Divine Feminine. It could be money. It's definitely in the 3D, in the physical realm, material realm. So the Divine Masculines are definitely viewing the Divine Feminine as perhaps unable to leave a situation where she might be in whatever it might be. She might be struggling with finances. She might be struggling where she lives. There might be some issues with family. Maybe this was something they were meant to have together and it's just not happening. But there's this thing about the dream home for some of the divine feminines as well, that the divine masculine is seeing that she's struggling against. It's something she's really wished for. Okay, that's something I see there. Now, what is the divine masculine? Let's have a look. What is the divine masculine's challenges? 4 of Earth reversed, 2 of Fire, and the 2 of Earth. We've got 2 twos here. So the 4 of Earth is somebody who's holding very tightly onto something in the material. They don't want to let it go. And we do see that the divine masculines are in resistance mode at letting something go. So they're holding on too tightly to something in fear of something, okay? So they're probably fearing that they're not going to be supported, or that they're going to be alone, or that, you know, they've just got all these fears. And the 2 of Fire is about being able to make plans for a path, but because he's got his hands tied, okay, juggling all these things in his life right now, he's not able to get on this journey and start this quest of all those passions that he's holding within himself. Could be a move towards the divine feminine, but he's holding on out of fear, okay, to the past. As we saw before the Judgment card, he's holding on to the past. It's something he's not learning from his past. And it could have something to do with the fact that he still wants to be a social butterfly, keep things casual. Maybe there's a commitment issue for the divine masculines, okay? I do feel like that could be a huge thing here. They want their cake and eat it too. Some of them don't want to have that traditional kind of family life. They just want to have the divine feminine in their life, but they don't want to give her the dream home. You know, they don't want to settle. Maybe they've already been there, done that with someone else, like a soulmate or whatever, or someone else in the past, and they don't want to repeat that again. Maybe it's a different kind of a template they want to move into now. But the divine, the divine masculines are finding this a bit of a challenge because, you know, they're in 2 minds. There's a 2 of Earth, 2 of Fire, right? They're in 2 minds. On one hand, they do want to be this free agent and go on this journey and just, you know, do whatever they want. And on the other hand, their hearts are tied to somebody as well. So they're in 2 minds. They're just in 2 minds here. So they got to make a choice as well. They got to make a decision as well. Now, what do they need to surrender? Let's have a look for the divine masculines. What do they need to surrender for May? Well, there it is. Oh, look, surrender stubbornness. If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with yourself and others. So they are definitely being stubborn at this time. It's going to take a little bit of time for them to come to realize, because they're still in that Page of Earth energy, which is that younger energy, right? They're still maturing and still they're acting like the kid who's kind of digging their heels in and saying, no, I'm not going to go down that path. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So they're shaking their head, no. You know, I don't want to do the hard work. I don't want to face things that are from my past that I know I need to clear up and deal with. I just want to continue and live in this delusion and this fantasy world and pretend it's all it's all right. It's all right. You know, it's fine. But they're going to come to realize very soon that it's not fine. A lot of them are feeling very lonely because of that ideal. I mean, what am I saying? Ideation. I think I'm making sense. All right. So let's have a look at what he wants to say to the divine feminine. Wow. I know we are soulmates. So he knows there's a special connection there. No matter what you call it, he calls it a soulmate in his mind. And seeing you triggers past pain within me. Oh, my God. Didn't we just say that about the Judgment card, about past pain and past lessons, etc.? Seeing his soulmate, seeing the divine feminine actually triggers things within him that he knows he has to heal and move on from. But he knows that you have a very strong connection. Well, let's see the action he's going to take to the divine feminine this month, please. Knight of Air. Wow, fast action. What's this about? Oh, wow. 5 of Fire, okay. And the 9 of Fire, interesting. Because this is what the Divine Feminine had to start with too, about resting. Now, the Knight of Air, okay, could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is fast energy coming in, fast communication usually, okay? This person, the Divine Masculine, 5 of Fire, this would usually be a very competitive, fast kind of energy here, but I just want to see what this is saying to me. Okay. Yeah, okay. So some of the Divine Masculines are feeling frustrated. They're feeling really frustrated. And they're feeling sexually frustrated. That's what I'm getting with this. I feel like they're starting to take the blame off the Divine Feminines, but they've still got some kind of strong energy here where because she's backed away, I feel like these Divine Feminines are kind of like backing away, and they may even be toing and froing on whether to cut their masculine loose, you know, or another aspect of their life. But whatever they're doing, they're just needing to have some time on their own right now. And the Divine Masculines, the masculines are feeling this, okay, and they're wanting to come in fast. And it is a very sexual, passionate kind of an energy here. There can be some kind, it can come across as like an aggression because there's frustration with it. So that's just so weird how that's coming through, but this is what I'm seeing here. Some masculines might even, in the heat of the moment, say something that, because this is the quick wit, right? This is someone who's got a what do they call it? The quicksilver tongue or whatever it is. I can't remember. But it's somebody who could come out and lash out and say something that could really sting. So we could be looking at a Scorpio for whatever reason. I don't know why I'm getting that, but it could be like words that really hit home to the Divine Feminine as well. So he could lash out in some parts. But I definitely see that there is a time to pull back as well. So he's really in two minds. He wants to come forward with this energy and then he stops himself. So that's the action I'm seeing, is that there is this, oh my God, it's like it's brewing within him, this energy of frustration. There might even be some resentments that need to be, like pent up stuff that needs to be released as well. And even if he doesn't make contact with the feminine, she's going to feel that energy. But I do see that he's going to pull back the reins and take some time just to sort of reflect and sort himself out. So let's have a look here. Yeah, look. He's in denial still. So we saw the door is banging his head against. We see the 9 of Air that she saw him in, the 9 of Swords, where he's, going around in his head. He's seeing delusion at the moment. He's not thinking clearly. He doesn't want to face what he needs to do. All that kind of stuff's going on there. Now, let's see that the what am I saying? The temporary outcome here for him. So King of Fire, 2 of Air, and we've got the Moon. Wow. 2 of Air reversed is probably a good thing. I'd say it's a good thing here. The Moon, though, that's something that's interesting to see. Definitely got a Pisces energy coming through with that. We could have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius with this one as well. Okay, I just want to get one more card. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I now know what I now know what needs to be said about this. I'm just about to run out of battery. I'll just come back in a moment. Okay, so I'm back here and we've got the outcome for the temporary outcome for the masculine. So what do we have? We had the King of Fire, the 2 of Air reversed, the Moon, happy outcome, and the High Priestess. So we'll start with this one first. Just tuning into the energy of where he'll be this month. Two of Air, I think I explained it before, the 2 of Swords is somebody who's trying to, well, they can't necessarily see the clarity in a situation, and so there could be confusion. There might be some mental conflict going on, But being reversed, I feel like he's going to come out of that mental conflict that we saw before, because we do see the illusion of the moon. This is also a receptive kind of energy here. It's things that are hidden behind the scenes. But being the fire, okay, the energy of fire, I feel like things are going to be illuminated for this divine masculine. I do feel like it's to do with the happy outcome that he desires. I feel like he's going to start to know what to do. He's going to, once again, cut the ties to something. He is going to leave something behind. That's what it looks like he's going to do. Now, it may not necessarily be the action that he necessarily takes straight away, but it will definitely be some knowledge on his end, because we are looking at the air sign here, the air element, which is all about the mental aspect. So in his mind, he's going to make a decision, and it's going to start, perhaps it'll start becoming clear for him. Because we do have the moon, okay, and this can also represent intuition. It can be that he's going with his gut feelings regarding this happy outcome, because the Two of Air is a very confusing place to be in. And when you are toing and froing and you've got like this veil of denial like he has over your eyes, and you just don't really know what to do, and you might feel, you know, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't kind of thing, because at the moment he is feeling stuck, only because he's looking at something a certain way. And so once he's able to remove himself from that and make a decision through the passion, I feel like it's his intuition, it's following his dreams, his passion, his goals. If he keeps doing that towards his happy outcome, you know, that's what he's going to have, is the happy outcome. So he's just got to have the courage to face his fears, basically, and cut the ties to something from his past that no longer serves him. And we've got the High Priestess, which is also very much about going within. It's that receptive energy. It's observing. It's being in tune with the feelings, okay, with the gut instincts right here. So it's interesting. We've got two cards that represent intuition and being in tune with the emotion. And the emotional cycles that he's going through as well, because we saw that before he's going to have a surge of energy coming up where there might be this pent-up energy. It is very sexual energy, but it's also, in some aspects, frustration. It could be some anger or resentment that he still needs to let go of regarding his past. So there's definitely going to be a decision made, and there is clarity, I feel, coming to him regarding who he perhaps needs to be with or wants to be with, or how his true feelings are for somebody. That may be something that he starts to really realize as an epiphany within his soul, within his heart. Maybe he already knows it, but just doesn't know how to break free. Because we saw too before that the social butterfly card came up, and that he may still want his cake and eat it too. He may not necessarily want to jump into something like a commitment to the divine or with the divine feminine, even though that's something he might on a deeper level really desire with her. There's a lot of fears that are holding him back. There's a lot of past conditioning done from seeing his own family go through divorce, or, you know, it's just this, it feels to me like he's looking outwards at how life is, how relationships have been around him, how his own past relationships have been, and he's told himself never again. But he can't fight what he feels for the divine feminine, and I feel like for some of them, they're going to really realize that this is a different connection. This is nothing to do with the past, and they're going to start sorting out what they're feeling and thinking, okay? Because what they're thinking is very much a contradiction with what they're feeling. So what they're thinking in their mind space, a lot of it is fear-based stuff, and they're trying to talk themselves like into it. You know, it's like an excuse of why, and justify why they are behaving the way they are right now, but they can't fight their intuition, and they can't fight their heartfelt emotions towards the divine feminine right now. So that's what's going on there. I just want to pick one more of these. Look, celebration. See, so if he's able to get over that, which it looks like he is going to make a decision and finally let go of something, okay, make a decision, walk away from some aspect of his life, he can find happiness. He can find it. So let's have a look at what guidance, he's been given right now for May. Wow, it came flying out. Okay, so it's, oh, beautiful. Look at this. Manifesting dreams. My dreams are coming true. So he wants dreams to come true, but he has to really follow his dreams. He has to really follow his heart. At the end of the day, I believe the key for him, the divine masculines, is to follow their heart, which is something they're not used to doing. They're not used to allowing their hearts to lead the way. They're used to being in that logical mindset and practical, and it's all very, it can come across as very aloof, and it can come across as very detached. And I feel like the divine masculines are starting to learn how to really be in touch with their divine emotions and expression of those emotions. So I feel like in order for them to manifest their dreams, they need to tap into that power that's, that fire in their belly, and they need to follow that passion, and they need to also, the word integrity is really strong for a lot of divine masculines. They're starting to learn about the word integrity and what it really means, because they don't walk their talk. A lot of them say things, they don't do things when it comes to love. And so they're starting to feel, a lot of them have felt ashamed about that. They want to be the man. They want to, they want to be the masculine. They want to come in and prove themselves. But a lot of them have also dug their heels in and felt like a failure. And yeah, it's just all goes back to that past stuff that we saw before. So I feel like once they start believing in themselves and they start tuning into their own emotions and their expression of those emotions and tapping into that and that passion of theirs and follow their heart and allow their gut instincts to lead the way, that is when their dreams are going to come true in many ways, I feel. And that is just a beautiful reading for me. Wow, it's just blown my mind, really. It's just so beautiful. And it all just gelled all together, really. So they're both on very different kind of paths, but they're going through some very similar things as well. Looks like they both really need this time to really work on themselves and heal some aspects of the past. Both of them have to let go of something. They have to let go of something that is holding them back. That's what I see. So I really hope that's helped you guys, and I look forward to connecting with you next month. Love and blessings.